Hey guys, welcome back. Well, I guess welcome back. I know it's been a little while. I tried to schedule as many videos as I could, but I ended up being on the different island for RIMPAC, which is the largest international training exercise, I think in the world, definitely on the U.S. And so I've been busy training and doing all that fun stuff. And I didn't succeed in pushing enough videos out to where there would be content for the entire time I was gone. So I apologize. There's been a slight delay in YouTube videos. Instagram's still been going good, so I appreciate all the comments and following there. Trying to create a movement here, guys. I'm going to start pushing to utilize the hashtag from Military to Millionaire and hashtag Military Money and start really trying to get the word out about what we're doing here as far as helping military and public service and just blue collar, just normal income families understand the power of their money if they put it to work for them. We and myself, I'm guilty of this. If you saw my last video of me trying to sell my car, buying fancy toys with our money and trying to look rich rather than be rich. If you've ever read the book, The Millionaire Next Door, you absolutely understand where I'm coming from with this. And if you haven't read it, I recently read it. It's a very good read, and it talks about really what millionaire net worth types actually look like and act, how they act and how they make their money and what they spend their money on. And let me tell you, for the most part, it's not the flashy people that you see with the Rolls Royce and the Bentleys. Don't get me wrong, there are a lot of very wealthy people who buy nice toys, but they didn't get wealthy by buying Rolls Royce. They got wealthy and then bought a Rolls Royce. That's a very key distinction. Today I kind of wanted to touch base on debt and my philosophy with debt and paying down debt and really just some different strategies as far as getting out of debt. So I know that a lot of us have debt. For example, I have 2 car payments, mortgages, but I don't really count those because they're good debt. They actually make me money. I'm earning money off my mortgages via rent and cash flow and appreciation and loan pay down and depreciation and all that other good stuff. But I have credit card debt. Wife has credit card debt. Other items that are not where they should be. Per the Dave Ramsey philosophy, all debt is bad. I'm definitely not doing so hot. But what I wanted to talk about is basically just my philosophy. So someone asked me about this and I was talking to them about it the other day, and my theory is basically this. If you can earn more of a return or earn higher interest on your money than you're paying on your debt, then don't worry about your debt. And the opposite is true. If your debt costs more than you can earn on your money, then pay off your debt. So an example of this would be my auto loan. I have an auto loan that's like 2.79% interest. That's a pretty low interest rate. The odds are that in any real estate investment, if done properly, or the stock market, if you look at average returns, or 401ks, or just giving my money to a friend at a 5% interest, even that, if I gave my money to a friend at 4% interest, that would be a better investment than paying off that auto loan. That's not to say that paying off your auto loan is a bad idea, but I don't worry about that. I'd make the minimum payment on my auto loan, don't care, because it's not making much money or it's not taking much money from me. Conversely, my credit card is like 12%, 13%. So if I got a $10,000 lump sum, there's a part of me that would say, I'm going to take that $10,000 and just pay off my credit card, which is less than that. But there's also a part of me that would look at it and just want to try to make higher interest. So as a mentality thing, it's important to realize that if you pay off your credit card and your credit card is 15% interest, which, there's credit cards that are even higher than that, 20, 24, 25. There's some pretty high interest rates out there on credit cards. If you pay off your card, you're essentially earning that interest rate. So if I pay off $10,000 worth of credit card debt that had a 15% interest rate on it, I basically got a 15% return on my investment. Because if I hadn't paid it off, even if I went and earned 16%, I'm still paying that 15%. So I'm really only making a 1% return, which, don't get me wrong, that's still a good idea. But just mindset ways to think about debt. So if I can earn more by utilizing my money to invest than the debt is costing me, then I don't worry about the debt. And on the flip side, if my debt is costing me more than I would normally be able to earn on a return on an investment, then I pay off the debt, and it's basically like I earned that interest rate. But I still use debt. We all still use debt. I have a HELOC, I have auto payments, I have credit cards, I have mortgages, you name it. I try to make as much of that as I can good debt. So the mortgages make me money. The HELOC has been used to purchase houses, rentals, whatever, and so that makes me money. The auto loan does not make me money. Now, I can claim part of it as tax deduction for investing, for driving for dollars, my business, working and stuff like that. I can claim some of my miles. So there are ways to make that something more of an asset. The auto loan and the credit card, they're not really assets. Some of my credit card stuff has been used for wise asset-related purchases. Some has not. It's been used for dumb liability-related purchases. We're all guilty of that. But I just wanted to talk about the debt mindset, so to speak. So don't get stuck in the mindset of debt is bad, debt is bad, debt is bad, and paying off all your debt. When the reality is something as simple as an auto loan, which traditionally has a very low interest rate, who cares? Take the money that you would be spending extra to pay off your auto loan and put it into something that'll make you money. Now, if you're dead set on paying off all your debt, the snowball effect is probably the single most powerful way to do this. So let's say I have 3 different payments, $100, $200, $300 a month payment. Because one's $1,000, one's $2,000, one's $3,000. They all have 10%. I don't know. We're just doing super round numbers here. The fastest way to pay off your debt would be to pay the minimum on the $3,000 and the $2,000 and pay as much as you physically can on the $1,000 a month payment. On the $100 a month payment, which is for the $1,000 loan or debt or whatever. So you want to put everything you can towards paying off that $1,000 loan as soon as humanly possible. And then once that is paid off, you take every penny that you were putting into that payment, you put it into the $2,000 loan. And now all of a sudden you've got that much more money going into that loan. And once that's paid off, you take all that money and you snowball it into the $3,000 loan. And all of a sudden it's paid off. That is actually way faster than making a $50 more payment on all of your monthly bills, because you're just prolonging. They'll all end at like the same time, rather than the snowball effect where you all of a sudden you get rid of that $100 a month payment, then you get rid of the $200 a month payment. And so you build momentum and you pay off your debt much faster, you pay it off with less interest. Now, the other way to look at this is, say that you had 3 loans, and they were at $5,000, $10,000, and $15,000. If the $10,000 had like a 15% interest and the other 2 had a 10% interest, then I would actually put all of my effort into paying off the $10,000 first, and then snowball into the $5,000, and then snowball into the $15,000, because that interest rate is so much higher. It's actually hurting your bank account more the longer you keep money in there. So I generally, if the interest rates are around the same, I always pay off the lowest debt first and then snowball my money into bigger debts. But if the interest rate is that much higher, then I'll pay off the highest interest rate first and then worry about the other ones, snowball into them later. So just food for thought, right? Not all debt is bad. There's another video coming out on good debt versus bad debt. There is good debt. It's called leverage, and it is a huge force multiplier for you in terms of investing. So not all debt is bad. Also, not all debt pay down is necessary. Sometimes it's good to pay down, but sometimes don't worry about it. If you earn more money on your money, then invest it. And if you can't earn a higher return on your money, then pay off the debt. And if you're going to pay off the debt, start with the smallest amount. So do minimum payments on everything, and on the smallest debt, put as much money as you can into it, and then snowball all of that money into the next biggest, and then the next biggest, and then the next biggest. Unless one of them has a hugely disproportionate amount of interest, then I would pay off the highest interest one first and then snowball into the lowest and then the middle and the highest owed amount. So, food for thought. All right, guys, it's been good being back. Thank you for catching back up with me and checking out my videos. I'm glad that you guys are still following. Do me a favor, if you like this, like, comment, subscribe, share, and use the hashtag from military to millionaire, military money. Let's build some momentum with this movement and get people involved so that we can help more people learn how to invest their money. Remember, not selling anything, not monetized, just hanging out, sharing the knowledge. Thanks, guys.